Now at 6 and streaming on CrossroadsToday.com, more details on that fatal bus crash in Bastrop County. Reports say the truck driver consumed drugs just hours before.
Several Crossroads counties set to receive hurricane funding. Reporter Darius McCormick has that story.
And several residents in Victoria say the underpass on Laurent could pose a risk due to lighting. Weekend anchor Adam Seibel has that story.
We are looking at a little bit more cloud cover over the holiday weekend, but we'll still be in the 80s and it's still going to be good except for a little wind. We'll talk more about that coming up in a moment.
And the Jags with a doubleheader welcoming Texas College, and the West Ladies with an area-round game this afternoon. I'll have all that coming up in sports.
You're watching 25 News now at 6. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Don Brubaker.
And I'm Karina Garcia. The Victoria Fire Department responded to a brush fire near Home Depot and the Zacklins Parkway early this morning. The cause of that fire is currently unknown.
Cuero police arrested a 47-year-old suspect. Shedrick Lemons faced 4 charges, including burglary of a home and engaging in organized criminal activity. He is in the DeWitt County Jail in lieu of $84,000 bond. Some residents in the south side of Victoria are concerned about the lack of light at the Laurent Street underpass. 25
News Now weekend anchor Adam Seibel has more.
Yeah, so I checked out the underpass on Laurent. This is off HEB near Rio Grande, and I found that that stretch of road is darker than most parts of town. This was around 9 p.m. last night, and you can see just how dark that underpass is. Some of the city lights were out, as well as a lack of proper lighting. We had a concerned viewer who said the lack of city lighting in that area makes it more dangerous for both drivers and pedestrians. Last year, the city of Victoria transformed that underpass with a mural on both sides of the underpass to celebrate Victoria's bicentennial anniversary. We've reached out to the city of Victoria about that situation there, and we're waiting to hear back. Don, Karina, back to you.
Adam, thank you. Here's your viewer poll this evening. You can scan that QR code right there on your screen to vote. The question is, do you have city lights out in your neighborhood? Yes or no? According to our results right now, it looks like the leading takes 85% with no, and the remaining stands at 15% for yes. Thank you for voting. We want to hear from you. Come to crossroadstoday.com/vote to take part. And we're going to have an update later on 25 News Now at 10. The U.S. Department of the Interior announced over $350 million of funding to 4 states along the Gulf of Mexico, including Texas, for hurricane protection.
The department reports 5 Crossroads counties will get that funding. 25 News Now reporter Darius McCormick knows more about the funding. And Darius, which Crossroads counties will get this money?
Well, the counties of Matagorda, Calhoun, Jackson, Refugio, and right here in Victoria will see the funding from the U.S. Department of the Interior. The distribution stems from the Gulf of Mexico Energy Security Act of 2006. The funds support hurricane protection, infrastructure projects, and other aspects for states producing gas and oil. For the Crossroads, we'll receive around $5 million for hurricane protection. The department plans to give Matagorda almost $1.5 million. Calhoun County will see more than $1 million. Jackson, Refugio, and Victoria will receive around $500,000 apiece. This year marks the 2nd consecutive year of maximum disbursement under the act, partly influenced by record high oil and gas production. And also more funding means more protection. Don and Karina, back to you.
Darius, thank you. And now let's take a look at your forecast with Chief Meteorologist Mac Perez.
Thank you very much. Things are looking good for the long holiday weekend. Of course, if you're driving, you're not going to have any problems in Texas. If you're going west, well, that's another story. The only problem we've got is just a little bit of gusty wind during the afternoon. Should get up to about 30 miles an hour tomorrow. So we'll be talking all about what's going to happen on Easter Sunday, weather-wise that is, coming up in just a few minutes, so stay tuned.
Mac, thank you. The driver of the truck that swerved into the wrong lane and crashed into a Hayes Consolidated ISD bus is now arrested and charged with criminal negligent homicide.
42-year-old Jerry Hernandez reportedly admitted to drug use the night before and the morning of the crash, which killed a 5-year-old student and a 33-year-old PhD student at the University of Texas.
Newly released dashcam video shows the moment of last Friday's deadly school bus crash on State Highway 21. In a matter of seconds, you can see the FJM concrete pumping truck veer into the bus's lane, smashing into it.
I mean, I have no words. I don't know what to say.
Widian Yunus's daughter Masa was on the bus. She'd accompanied her to the Bastrop Zoo, but didn't join the other pre-K students and teachers from Tom Green Elementary for the ride back.
I saw one of the parents coming out telling me the school bus flipped. I ran inside the school. No, I saw these police officers. No one would tell me what's wrong with her.
Widian's daughter Masa ended up being flown to the hospital.
My first reaction was it was highly disturbing. That easily could have been you or I or someone else we knew that happened to be in the path.
Zach Cahalan is executive director at the Truck Safety Coalition. Before CBS Austin obtained court records where the driver of the cement pump truck admitted to having only 3 hours of sleep and consuming cocaine the morning of the crash. Cahalan says watching the video and how the truck crossed over, one of 3 things could likely be to blame.
Such as fatigue, operating under the influence, or distraction.
As the truck is heading straight toward the bus driver did something Hayes CISD and many others have called heroic. As you can see, she tries swerving out of the way. After seeing that play out, Widian says she's grateful but horrified to think about what could have happened.
If it wasn't for her timing, honestly, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. If it wasn't for her trying to move the bus, it could have been worse if it wasn't for her.
Crystal Mason says she is overjoyed after the Texas Second Court of Appeals reversed a judgment against her. Mason is a Fort Worth mother who was sentenced to 5 years in prison for voting illegally in the 2016 election. She appealed that sentence in 2019 and has been waiting for a decision since then. Mason said she did not know her status as a felon on release made her ineligible to cast a ballot. The Tarrant County Criminal District Attorney's Office said it should have been clear Mason was ineligible to vote. Texas could require social media influencers to disclose paid political posts. You can read the Texas Tribune article on our website, crossroadstoday.com.
A Palestinian child starved to death in Gaza. The 6-year-old died Thursday because of malnutrition, dehydration, and scarcity of medical supplies. That brings the number of Palestinians who died from hunger to 30, including 24 children. And aid groups are pleading for more water, food, and medical supplies to prevent a looming famine, with some adding that Gaza's population is, quote, left to starve as a result of Israel's restrictions.
Well, people in Rafah are terrified. They are living in constant fear of an Israeli military offensive. They tell us they feel they're stuck between Israeli military tanks and the Egyptian border with nowhere to flee to for safety.
The World Health Organization and partners deployed an international emergency medical team in northern Gaza Thursday to try to alleviate the situation. This emergency medical team, the first in northern Gaza, includes 1 general surgeon, 1 emergency doctor, 1 orthopedic surgeon, and 1 anesthesiast.
Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Crossroads Today. Hit the like button and click the notification bell so you can see Crossroads Today on YouTube. Stay with us. A father in New Jersey facing charges in connection with his child's death. That's coming up on 25 News Now at 6.
Also ahead, a university in Alabama is shutting down, a trend some colleges could soon follow. Here's a look at Community Crossroads this weekend. We first sit down with UHB softball coach Lindsay Ortiz, and then we talk to the Cuero Heritage Museum about their upcoming exhibit, the Salvation Army of Victoria, plus the 27th Annual Victoria Rotary Charity, and we end with Paint to Purpose on their Child Abuse Prevention Awareness Month.
We will be actually setting up our display of children at the corner of North and Main where the 10 Friends sign is.
A New Jersey child found dead inside a burning car Thursday night, and his father is now facing charges.
Police say they responded to a domestic dispute call at the family's home and were told the father, Manuel Rivera, had left with the 9-year-old boy. Around that same time, police also responded to a call about a fire near a high school where they found a car that had been doused with gasoline and set on fire. Police say Rivera was found outside the vehicle with burns to his body and an apparent self-inflicted wound. The child's body was found inside the car.
Dozens gathered in Springfield, Missouri Friday to take part in a celebration of life for college student Riley Strain. Strain was a University of Missouri student whose body was found in the Cumberland River about 8 miles from downtown Nashville last Friday. Police say Strain's autopsy uncovered no evidence of foul play related trauma. However, detectives are still awaiting the results of the toxicology exam performed on the 22-year-old student. Strain went missing on March 8th after being asked to leave a bar in downtown Nashville while on a spring formal trip. A new trial denied for the armorer in the movie Rust. The judge in the case made her ruling in a virtual hearing Friday. Hannah Gutierrez-Reed was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter earlier this month. Her nearly 2-week criminal trial centered around the 2021 shooting on the Rust film set, in which a prop gun held by actor Alec Baldwin fired a live round that killed the film's cinematographer. Helena Hutchins, the 26-year-old, faces up to 3 years behind bars, a sentencing date now set for April 15th.
While the University of Houston Victoria deals with its financial issues, UHV President Bob Glenn told us his alma mater is closing.
That's right. On May 31st, Birmingham Southern College will be closing its doors due to financial hardships.
I just know when I was 18 to 22 years old, I felt the weight of the world on my shoulders.
Damian Mitchell, Birmingham Southern College graduate and host on Jocks 94.5, understands all too well the work students put in.
When I was there, played football, ran track, also got it done in the academic side of things, got a chance to, live out my dream.
A dream current students also hope to achieve, now dashed right in the middle of a busy semester.
It's a pivotal point in their maturation and growth and development. And I think that having the school closed down really hinders that.
I think at first it's going to be sad.
Students like senior Matthew Dale now trying to come to terms with the announcement.
I'm feeling very shocked and very sad today. I didn't really expect this to happen, and so it came as a surprise, and it's saddening to realize this is our reality now.
Birmingham Southern feels like home to Dale as he grew up in a neighborhood just behind the college. While he's upset over the news, he is confident about the future.
Birmingham Southern has raised us to look at the positive things, and they've also prepared us to take the next stage in life whenever that stage happens. And it just so happens that for the residents, the students, the staff, this is our time to take the next stage of life.
Mitchell agrees with this message, saying his time at BSC helped him accomplish his goals.
Wouldn't have been able to do it if it wasn't for Birmingham Southern and the people that I was connected with when I got there. It opened up a lot of doors for me.
Here's a bank story that will get your interest. The people working at a Central Texas bank are used to customers stopping by to deposit their bucks. But that took on a whole new meaning Thursday. Watch as a small deer crashes through a window at the First Lockhart National Bank about 30 miles south of Austin. No one was in the room at the time, but the stunned deer proceeded to make its way through other parts of the building. Lockhart police soon arrived and called in animal control officers. The animal eventually ran outside after 20 minutes, and it looked like the deer came stag.
But we have no dough.
Oh, yeah. Had to leave one for you, Matt.
Thanks, I appreciate it. You took the rest of them. Anyway, good evening, folks. We've got a pretty good looking weekend coming up. Right about now, we're at 73. We got up to 78 today, right on schedule, and tomorrow will be about 80. The only problem, you're going to see a little bit more cloud cover and the wind. Some of you are going to be talking about the wind because it's going to be up for the weekend. We'll have more details on Easter Sunday coming up in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. We had a little bit of cloud cover on the increase around our area, and for the next couple days it's still going to be warm, but you're going to see it's not going to be clear and blue like it was for the last couple of days. This is high level cloud cover, no major problems for us. We're getting the stronger sea breeze, that's the wind I'm talking about, and that's going to do a couple of things. It's going to warm us up a little bit more, it's going to make it a little bit more humid, and we're going to have that gusty afternoon wind coming out of the south. Now, temperatures, however, will still be on the rise, looking for 80 tomorrow, Saturday. On Easter Sunday, 82, 85 Monday and Tuesday, but then all of a sudden we start cooling down. We do have another frontal system coming to us from the west coast, and that's actually going to knock the temperature down a little bit. So for tomorrow, and I'm not kidding when I say this, make sure you weight down your Easter basket and make sure you put a tablecloth and you tape it, because otherwise the wind's going to be hustling that away. If you're going to go out to the lakes, where does everybody go? Riverside Park, everybody goes to what, Saxett Lake? Well, those places are going to be on the windy side as well, so just consider that you're going to be dealing with that. There you see the onshore wind getting up to, you know, almost 25 to maybe 30 miles an hour as we get to Saturday, and pretty much the same deal on Sunday. Now, overall, though, temperatures are going to be very comfortable if you're going to be outdoors, and not too hot, not too cool. In fact, at least the wind will make it cool down a little bit. High pressure is giving us the lovely weather. It's also deflecting all of the storminess away from our area. So you may see clouds, but you won't see any kind of shower activity over the next couple of days because of high pressure on top of us. Well, when we get to Sunday and then on Monday, the ridge begins to move to the east. And that's because we are expecting this monster low coming at us from the west coast. Now, this one is what I call a late season winter storm. It is going to be producing snow in the Rockies tonight, then rolling down into the New Mexico. West Texas will get some strong winds, and if you're going in that direction, you're going to have a problem. The frontal system comes through here, doesn't have a lot of energy with it, but it will give us a wind shift, and it will give us a change, shall we say, in the temperatures. So for Friday night, there you see the temperatures out in the waters. We're looking at strong southerly winds blowing at about 25 miles an hour in the peak of the afternoon hours. Otherwise, we are looking at pretty good looking weekend for everybody. Consider that tomorrow partly cloudy all day long in Port Lavaca and getting up to a 77. And then in Cuero, you're getting partly cloudy to sunny and getting up to about 78. And it's that south wind that'll be blowing to about 18, 25 miles an hour. Now, Saturday's looking good. Your Sunday's looking great, up to 82. Your Monday's on the warm side, so is Tuesday. But then north wind kicks in, and then we drop the temperature back down to around 70 degrees. It'll be blowing out of the north for that part of the week. That is your 7-day forecast. Have a great weekend. Have a wonderful holiday. And just reminding everybody, we do have a QR code. We'd love for you to scan that. Put Crossroads Today on your phone. Here's Karina.
Thank you, Mac. And now here's sports reporter Zach Brown.
The Jags welcoming Texas College to town with a doubleheader. Game 1 highlights coming up in sports. The UHV Jags welcoming Texas College over to Riverside Stadium, and after jumping out to an early 3-0 lead, Texas College responded with a 3 spot of their own in the top of the second. But the Jags answer right back. Raul Lopez hits one into the right center field gap, and Hayden Leopold showing off the wheel. Staff sending him home, and the throw to the plate, not even close. The Jags take the lead right back. It's 4-3 now in the top half of the third inning. Former St. Joseph Flyer Mason Longoria, he allowed a base knock, but overall made pretty quick work of Texas College. Quickly got his offense right back to the plate. That ball smoked down the left field line. Is going to put runners at second and third, and just a few pitches later, pass ball, Caden Feacock is going to come in from third, and that's going to make it 5-3. And come to find out, they were just getting started with 2 outs, a slow roller to short, throw to second late. Everyone is safe. Another run is going to score, and the inning continues for UHV's all-time double leader. That is Hayden Leopold, who gets another. 1 run is going to score, and the Jags trying to get another, and they do just that. By the way, Raul Lopez had what is believed to be the first cycle in UHV history. The Jags win Game 1. Final score 20-5. Game 2 going on right now. Last year, the Sand Crabs had an impressive run in the postseason using some clutch performances, and this year, same story. They defeated Lorena in extra time. Final score 3-2, so they're moving on, and in round 3, they will take on the Stafford Spartans, a team that they beat back in January. The final score in that game was 1-0, so this one promises to be a fun one. The game will be on April 1st. The location and the time of the game, well, that's yet to be determined. And for the Victoria West girls, their season does come to a close. McAllen Memorial just a little too much to handle, and their season ends in the area round. For the West girls, a team full of juniors. They're going to look to make another run at it next year. Opening day for 28 MLB teams yesterday. The Astros welcoming the New York Yankees, trailing 5-4 in the bottom of the 9th inning. Kyle Tucker shoots one to right. They're going to send Dubon to the plate, but the throw from Juan Soto in time to nab him at home. The Astros blow a 4-0 lead, and it stings a little more because it was the Yankees' Game 2's first pitch set for 7 p.m. today. But it was a great day if you are a Rangers fan. When they trailed in the 9th, they were able to tie it up. Pinch hit homer from Suzuki, and they were able to force extras, and Jonah Heim picks up right where he left off last year. It's an opening day walk-off for the Rangers, who also unveiled their World Series banner that will forever hang in those rafters. That's it for your sports. Donna Karina, back to you.
Thanks, Zach. We're back in a moment. An unusual sight after a baby girl was born in Kentucky with 2 teeth.
Finally tonight, Nakia Fry gave birth 2 weeks ago to her daughter, Honesty. That's her name, Honesty. Nakia says she thought she knew what to expect during the delivery, but after her baby was born, she says she and the doctors got a surprise. The baby was born with 2 teeth.
2 teeth.
It's something Healthline says only happens in 1 out of every 2,000 births.
That's a lot.
A dentist told her they were baby teeth and said if they were removed, Honesty would not have them again until her permanent teeth came in.
Oh,
you see them right there? See the teeth?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, that just almost never happens. So they're going to keep the teeth in there because otherwise, yeah.
Yep.
That is really wild.
So got a head start on teeth, I guess.
But it seems like mom is going to be bottle feeding her, so they'll be all right.
Yeah, I think so. Hey, the wind around here had some teeth in it. I'm telling you what.
Well, the wind is a problem tomorrow, but watch this. I want to thank Mrs. Brubaker for sending us that
so
lovely
pretty.
photo. That's at the Ladybird Johnson Blue Wildflower
Center.
Center
Yes.
in Austin, yes.
Gorgeous,
They
gorgeous.
are a gorgeous place. If you like wildflowers, that's the place to go. But that is it. Of course, we want to wish everybody a happy Easter. Your forecast, we'll get up to 80 degrees tomorrow, and the wind will be a little bit up over the weekend, 82 on Easter Sunday. So enjoy and have a safe trip, safe time, and enjoy the family as well.
Thank you, Meg, and thanks for joining us.
We hope to see you back here tonight for 25 News Now at 10.